أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خاتم النبيين وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I want to recite one verse of Surah Al-Baqarah and its translation and short explanation. Verse number 148 of Surah Al-Baqarah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. ولكل وجهة هو موليها فاستبقوا الخيرات أينما تكونوا يأت بكم الله جميعا إن الله على كل شيء قدير صدق الله العظيم. And the translation is: everyone has a direction towards which he turns in prayer, so try to excel one another in good works. Allah will find you, Allah will bring you wherever you be. For nothing is out of Allah's reach. Allah has power over everything. وَلِكُلِّ وِجْهَةٌ هُوَ مُوَلِّيهَا فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ أَيْنَمَا تَكُونُوا يَأْتِ بِكُمُ اللَّهُ جَمِيعًا. Wherever you are, Allah will bring you. That is for accounting on the day of judgment. إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Certainly Allah has power over all things. The commentator says that in the Tafsir of this verse, that there is a gap between the first sentence and the second sentence. The first sentence, everyone has a direction towards which he turns in prayer. The second sentence, so try to excel one another in good works. There is a gap between these two sentences, and that is left for the reader to fill. The explanation is that everyone who wants to offer his prayer must turn his face to one or the other direction, that is towards Qibla, wherever it is. But the real thing that matters is not the direction of the face at prayer, but those virtues which are to be gained by offering the prayer. Therefore, the thing that really matters is the spirit and real purpose of the prayer, and not any particular direction or place. So our prayer has special purpose, and we must make the prayer in such a way that we gain that purpose. For the virtues, that means with prayer we must get certain virtues. This is not only the direction in our prayer, our direction in the prayer, but the certain virtues which we must gain. And there is another verse number 177 of Surah Al-Baqarah, which mentions those virtues. And therefore I will recite that verse. This is a long verse, but I will quickly recite it and its translation. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. لَيْسَ الْبِرَّ أَن تُوَلُّوا وُجُوهَكُمْ قِبَلَ الْمَشْرِقِ وَالْمَغْرِبِ وَلَكِنَّ الْبِرَّ مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَالْمَلَائِكَةِ وَالْكِتَابِ وَالنَّبِيِّينَ وآتى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل والسائلين وفي الرقاب وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة والموفون بعهدهم إذا عاهدوا والصابرين في البأساء والضراء وحين البأس أولئك الذين صدقوا وأولئك هم المتقون صدق الله العظيم. This is 177 ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah, and its translation is: righteousness is not that you turn your faces towards the east or the west, but true righteousness is in one who believes in Allah, the last day, the angels, the book, and the prophets, and gives wealth for the love of Allah to relatives, orphans, the needy, the traveler, those who ask for help, and for freeing slaves, and who establishes prayer and gives zakat, and those who fulfill their promise when they promise, and those who are patient in poverty, hardship, and during battle. Those are the ones who have been true, and it is those who are the God-fearing, muttaqun, righteous, God-fearing. Now this verse has mentioned the virtues which we must gain with the prayer. Prayer is very important. This is the after the first pillar of Islam, which is Kalma Shahada. This is the practical first pillar. This is second pillar, but practically we make salat, and this is very important practical action. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also said in Surah Al-Ankabut, Inna salata tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. Certainly, salat, that is prayer, prohibits immoralities and wrongdoing. So, if we make prayer properly with the fear of God, then we will get those virtues. Our belief in Allah and the angels, that means all articles of faith to believe in Allah, the existence and absolute oneness of Allah, and to believe in the angels, believe in the prophets, believe in the divine books, and Quran is the final book of Allah, and also believe in the day of judgment, and believe in destiny. Our belief will become strong, and we will establish prayer. There is difference between making prayer and establishing prayer. Establishing prayer means to manage for azan and iqama and congregational prayer in a masjid or any place selected for congregational prayer, and that establishment is the duty of the Muslim men. So establish prayer and also give zakat, that means obligatory charity. We must give obligatory charity as well as optional charities, sadaqat and zakat. And zakat is first, that is obligatory. So we must pay 2.5% on all our savings once a year, and help all those who are in trouble or who are needy, the yatama, the relatives who are in need, and the masakin, the poor, and the traveler, and the sa'ilin, those who beg for help, and also in freeing slaves, and then also fulfill your promises. This is very important. Muslims shouldn't say a word unless they are keeping it. They fulfill their promises. And also patience. Patience is essential in all times of hardship, maybe disease, maybe troubles, difficulties, and also during battlefield, during battle. And these people who have these virtues, who have these qualities, they are the ones who are truthful, and they are the ones who are the righteous. So this was the explanation of 177 verse, but this gives all those virtues which the reference is made in verse number 148 in Surah Al-Baqarah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us making prayer with the fear of Allah. Ihsan is a word which the Prophet ﷺ explained, that we must worship with the idea that we are seeing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we are in prayer, so we must think that we are seeing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with the belief that although I cannot see Allah, but Allah is certainly seeing me. This is ihsan. Worshipping Allah with the thought that we are seeing Allah. I am seeing Allah. And with the belief that I cannot see Allah, but Allah is certainly seeing me. And in that case, we get fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the standard of Muslims. When their robe will come, their robe, that means their great impression, the enemies will fear from them. Terror will be on the enemies, and the Muslims become honorable. They are truthful. They keep promises. They don't lie. They give charity, zakat, and help all those who are in need. They establish prayers, and they are patient. See, Muslim character is very high character. None of the people have the character like Muslims. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us true Muslims and making prayer, salat in the best possible way. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the muttaqeen and take us to Jannah and protect us from hell. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursaleen. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد